We're conducting a homicide investigation. We believe that your son is our homicide victim.
No.
Victim?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Cass.
I love you every time
I know, Cass. Breathe. I know.
I tell you.
This is the mother of a 27-year-old man who was brutally killed in an act that shocked all who heard of it. When police identify a couple who may be involved, the case takes an even more twisted turn as a confusing blame game begins to take shape.
What did you do?
It was nightstick, like a hammer axe type thing, kind of low towards like touching them here and there with that.
I didn't think that they would go that far. As far as Kevin goes, I really didn't know.
But these aren't the only suspects. There's a third key figure involved, and when police finally track him down, everything begins to unravel and the hidden secrets start to come out.
I fired around right past him and he freaking jumped off the freaking cliff into Cathedral.
And then what?
I took one more shot at him and then I freaking ran.
It all begins on the night of July 31st, 2021, when a truck driver discovers a blood-soaked tarp concealing a human body at the base of Cathedral Canyon. He immediately alerts the Las Vegas Police Department, prompting officers and emergency personnel to rush to the scene. But as they begin examining the body, the horrifying extent of the crime starts to emerge. Inside the tarp lies a young man, naked and brutally mutilated. A closer examination uncovers 4 gunshot wounds to his back, marking the final moment of a gruesome, calculated crime. The body is rushed for forensic analysis, and within hours, a name surfaces: 27-year-old Roy Thomas Jaggers. But with identification comes a grim responsibility, knocking on a family's door to deliver news that will shatter their world forever.
I'm sorry, why?
Because we're doing an investigation.
On what? What happened?
We're trying to identify where he is.
We don't know. We've been trying to get his phone.
We've been trying to reach him for 2 days.
Okay.
So
Does he live here with you?
Yes.
Okay. And when was the last time you saw him?
She
Friday?
spent the weekend with me.
Okay.
The kids in there, I guess, was last night.
Yeah.
Okay. You said the kids,
Or her
My niece and nephew.
nieces.
not his children.
No. My niece and nephew.
And you talked to him at what time last night?
I'm looking right now. I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
That's okay.
I can't. We were just talking about where he's at. We're driving because we've been trying to get a hold of him.
Roy's parents already appear deeply worried, as if they can sense something is terribly wrong. Seeing their growing anxiety, detectives decide to tell them the truth, only to witness Catherine break down in utter despair, marking one of the most heartbreaking moments of the investigation.
We're conducting a homicide investigation. We believe that your son is our homicide victim.
No.
Victim?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Gas.
Do you want to go inside?
Yes. She's going to go into panic attack.
Okay.
Cass, breathe. Breathe.
You guys have radios?
Breathe. Gas. Yeah, breathe.
Radios.
County?
Yeah.
How do you get out there?
No.
Gas.
Take a deep breath. Relax. Enough that we can talk to you so we can try to... We need you to help cooperate with us so we can try to figure it out.
What do I do?
Hey, listen.
What do I do?
I need you to calm down, first of all, so that we can talk, okay? Okay. Take a deep breath.
Oh,
Relax.
God, baby.
Listen,
I told you I had to say I love you every time I see
know,
you guys. I
Cass.
tell you that.
Breathe. I know.
I tell you,
Your
I
only
have to say I
child.
love you.
I know.
every time. He doesn't know I love you.
he likely knows you loved him, whether you said it or not. Right?
My son's dead.
Yes, I'm sorry.
My baby. My love of my life.
It's our goal to get justice for
The
you.
one that keeps me grounded in this earth. The one I live for. Nobody feels my breath.
Does she have seizures?
No, but she goes in panic attacks.
Okay.
The news hits Catherine so hard that she appears to suffer a panic attack. But somehow, through the overwhelming grief, she manages to compose herself and help investigators. And that's when she reveals a crucial detail, one that will soon bring them closer to learning what really happened to Roy.
We're gonna do our best to try to get justice, okay? Know where he was, where he went to. We need to figure out who did this.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
That apartment right down at the bottom right.
Okay.
He was both there. He
Slow down.
was over there from 10:30 to midnight smoking weed. Go get the kids and help you.
Well, let's leave them in there so they don't get worked up. Okay?
Here.
He was over there smoking weed.
Oh, yeah, and he left there. I haven't seen him since.
What time did he
He doesn't
leave
have a
there?
car. How did he get out of town? How did he get out of town?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. What time do you think he left there?
She said midnight.
She said midnight.
Yeah,
And who is she?
She's a user.
A friend.
Yeah. Okay.
His friend, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
Yeah.
Do you know her name?
Heather, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know her.
And he left at midnight, yes, meaning this morning?
Yeah.
Last night sometime?
Yeah.
And when did you talk to him before that, yourself? Friday? Okay. So we really, obviously, are going to have to talk to her. Do you know her name and number that you talked to? Heather. And what's the number?
I don't
You went over there, that's how you talked to her?
know.
Say this person's a user, meaning they use him, or a drug user?
She uses him
She uses
to
him to babysit
babysit,
and stuff.
dog
That's
sit,
what she-
clean his house, do his laundry, make her bed.
Are they in a dating
Oh.
relationship or are they just
No,
just friends?
she's just using him.
This
Just like
happened in
she's using
Pahrump?
another
Yeah,
guy,
sure.
just pay her bills, and another guy to give her sex. So
You
she's just a f***ing user.
Do you want to have a seat? Do you want to sit inside the car?
I really can't move.
Catherine tells detectives that the last time she saw Roy was on July 30th at the home of their neighbors, 27-year-old Heather Pate and 36-year-old Kevin Dent, where he worked as a babysitter for Heather's 2 young sons. But as she describes Heather, investigators sense something isn't quite right. It's finally time to find out what she knows and whether her connection to Roy runs deeper than anyone realized.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, how are you? You're Heather?
Yes, I am.
I'm Captain Pahrump from Nye County. This is Detective
Hi.
Sotelo.
Hi.
We're trying to locate Roy, and we heard rumor that you may have seen him last.
Yeah, I saw him last night. He came over, smoked a bowl, we hung out, and then he left. And messaged me probably about midnight. Said that he'd hit me up today, and I never heard from him.
Do you know about what time he left?
I want to say it was close to like 10:30ish.
Okay. And who did he leave with?
He was by himself, as far as I know.
Did he leave in a car, on a bike?
He walks.
He walks. And do you have any idea who he was going with or where he was going?
I have no idea. I mean, he's been acting kind of weird lately.
Say that when you meet him.
Well, I know that he does pills and stuff, and he's been trying to get off the opiates, but he hasn't really. He just got a job at Circle K, like 3 days ago, I think he started. And he was out with musician people, he says. So I don't know. Roy had like a whole nother life.
Okay.
He would come over and help me, like walk the dog, watch my kids. I'm a single mom, so I've got my 2 little babies. But, yeah.
And when you say he had a different life, meaning you knew about it or
No,
just
I didn't know anything about what he did.
knew that it happened?
Yeah.
Heather is doing her best to appear calm and collected while speaking with investigators, unaware that her carefully maintained composure is about to crack. Heather claims Roy lived a secret second life, spending time with musicians and local bands, hinting that the answer to his murder may lie there. But detectives aren't buying it. As the last person known to have seen Roy alive, Heather remains firmly in their crosshairs, and the questions keep coming. What investigators don't yet realize, however, is that the answer they've been searching for may have been right in front of them all along.
Did anyone have your Nissan today at all?
Yeah, I had, I'm currently dating someone. He took my car out for a while.
Do you know where he took it?
I have no idea. His name is Kevin.
Is he here? Yeah. Do you know where he's at?
He went to his sister's, I think. I have no idea.
Do you think if you called him, he would come back?
I can try calling him.
It'd be great. We would love to talk to him if he's willing to come back. Have you ever been in trouble before?
No.
Squeaky clean history? No law enforcement history, no jail, no nothing like that?
No.
I mean, we didn't know you, so we didn't look. So
Yeah, I know.
Heather's record is clean, but that doesn't stop detectives from paying close attention. And it's a good thing they do, because her next statement changes everything, opening the door to a disturbing new chapter in the case.
Any problems with Roy and Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin didn't like Roy. Roy had watched my children, and we have reason to believe that Roy may or may not have touched my son. So there was an issue, and I don't know, like Kevin was really heated about it. I don't know. So that's why, like, I mean.
This is Kevin's daughter?
I'm sorry.
This is Kevin's daughter, or your daughter, or
I have
Kevin's
2 boys.
With Kevin though, or?
I'm single mom. Like, I just started dating Kevin.
And when was this issue?
A couple days ago. We were all out here yesterday talking, and then came in to smoke, and I left. I came back, and then I went to bed, and after Roy left and everything, and then I don't know, I think he said when he left it.
So, did you see Roy leave last night?
Yeah.
You saw him walk away?
He's like, see you later, guys.
Okay.
Was Kevin hurt?
Yeah.
And how long after that did Kevin leave?
I haven't.
Because you went to bed, or because
I
you
went
don't
to
know?
bed.
So you went to bed, and the next thing you know is at 8 a.m., Kevin's coming back with your vehicle.
So he was gone, Kevin was gone with your vehicle all night?
She doesn't know.
I mean, I don't know how long he was gone. He was coming back.
Oh.
You don't know when he left because you were already asleep.
Heather drops a bombshell. She reveals that Kevin was furious with Roy over allegations that he had assaulted one of her children while babysitting. But that's not where the story ends. According to Heather, Kevin left shortly after Roy that night and didn't return until the following morning, raising a chilling possibility for investigators. Did Kevin hunt Roy down that night? If so, it could mean the key to Roy's murder wasn't hidden in some unknown corner of his life, but much closer to home than anyone suspected. With suspicion mounting around Kevin, officers wrap up Heather's interview and begin digging into his past. But what they find only deepens their concerns. Kevin is an ex-convict with a history of violence, including convictions for harming a child, battery, and resisting a police officer with a firearm. Even more troubling, he had been released from prison just 8 months before Roy's murder. With red flags piling up around Kevin, detectives head straight to him for answers, only to be confronted with a revelation so unexpected that it changes everything they thought they knew about the case.
All right, Kevin. So you're in a heap of shit. You know that, right? So can you back me up and start me at the beginning? You say you were pulled into it. What do you mean? How'd you get pulled into it?
Well, I met Heather and I together.
A couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, met at work, whatever. Started staying over there, a little more, like here and there. And, just met her friends, and we both know who one of her friends is. It's cool. Cool little dude. I just couldn't get a read on him.
That's Roy, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Sir. Correct. And he would ask her weird questions when I left, like, "Hey, what's Kevin thinking, man?" He's cool. He just seems like a weird little dude, but he's cool.
Right.
And I don't know, just he was cool. He was cool to me, and but he just seemed off. Something about him seemed off, and but I don't know. I try not to get too close to people anyway. But,
right.
So I wasn't trying to make friends over there. I was just there to see her and do that. And, I guess he was one of the only ones that would, whatever, close enough to her to watch her dog when she needed it, or whatever, watch the kids and stuff like that. So he watched the kids a few times that I knew of already, and was watching the kids one night, and we had came back in between the night to get the pool cue, whatever, go play pool, and he was real jumpy and stuff that night for some weird reason, and she kind of watched the cameras a little bit, and it just seemed really weird. He was like walking around in his boxers and like kind of pacing. He seemed like he was on something that night. So but I've seen him other nights where he looked like he was on something too. But I don't know. And then he was jumpy when we came back, and just started getting real paranoid about why is he acting like that in the house. Didn't think nothing of it other than just maybe he's on one, whatever. Nothing wrong with the kids or him or anything other than just maybe he's on one. just enjoying his night. And then, like, there was times when the camera cut off, and then it pops back up and he's walking around in his boxes. And it was just weird. And then the camera went blank again, and all of a sudden, her child was on the couch. And, you know, then obviously bad thoughts start running through your head.
Right, you start making assumptions. Right.
Kevin brings up the same incident Heather mentioned earlier, claiming that on July 30th, 2021, they both reviewed surveillance footage and concluded Roy had assaulted Heather's 4-year-old son. But then comes the real twist. What he reveals next pulls Heather right back into the spotlight, not just as a witness, but as a suspect.
And just, you know, thoughts ran from there. And basically, long story short, the following day, you know, she wanted some answers, some clarification as to why you walk around my house like that. And, you know, I was there and...
So how did it go from you asking him some questions to where we are today?
I wouldn't even ask him the questions. I was getting ready to go to the store, honestly. I came over, he was just coming over to smoke a bowl, weed. And he came over weird too, like, just the way he was like interacting with me. I was outside getting ready to leave to go to the store, and he came out like, "Hey, what's up?" with his hands up. He seemed aggressive, and I just blew it off and said, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he just sat down and started bullshitting, and then eventually, you know, he went inside, and neighbor was out there, this other guy, went inside, Heather, we just started talking, and I said, she just got right to the point. "Hey, listen, like this, why are you walking around my house with boxers and this and that? Why is my kid on the couch with you? And like, why is my kid telling me you're playing adult games and stuff like that?" Because she questioned the kid, like, you know, what's wrong? And she had the feeling, like I said before, she invited him over that night. When he went to the bathroom, the child, before bedtime, his thing swollen, and it looked really weird. Like he had weird markings on his, on his private. I've never seen it like it. Like the way the vein on his thing was, and it was just really weird. So that's why she started going hard on him, like, you know, what the f happened here last night? He's like, nothing. Now he's watched these kids multiple times. Nothing's ever been said like, "Oh, the kids are acting weird," or everything's always been cool, static. And he said, "You want to go to sleep?" He went to the bathroom in his boxers because he was hot. But on the video, it's like he's hot, he's cold, he's up, he's down, he's just pacing around. He's dressed, he's not dressed. So he said the boy started rubbing on his thighs, and I said, "Why would he be rubbing on your thighs, dude?" And he's like, "I don't know. I just thought he was flirting with me." Was his answer. So that kind of put me in and left the bad taste in my mouth, because my daughter's a victim of molestation.
Just kind of set you off.
It did. It pissed me off. You know? I was like, you know what? Even if that did happen, who the fuck says that, dude? Who words it like that?
Right.
The kid's 4.
So then what?
And then it was just, you know, like answers like that. You know? So I was like, yo, if I thought he was flirting with you, why would you pick him up and walk him, like, why would you pick him up and, like, coddle him?
Kevin doesn't hold back. According to him, Heather was equally involved, demanding answers from Roy alongside him. And as he walks detectives through the confrontation step by step, a chilling picture of what Roy endured in his final hours begins to take shape.
You know, it escalated to, you know, yelling, and I didn't do anything, I didn't touch nobody, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, she's asking questions, you know, you're just starting to get loud and scream and yell. Just tell her, you know what I'm saying? Just relax. And then it was like, she said, you know, and then there's a gap in camera. There's a gap in the camera for like 4 hours, and then boom, that's when
he shows up in his boxer.
At one point, yeah, but then there was a 4-hour gap, and then the kid's on the couch, like, they're never on the couch. Like, if they wake up, it's not, hey, let's go to the couch and let's play a game, an adult game. She's pissed, and one thing leads to another, you know, she just keeps getting, you know, more and more enraged, and, you know, she didn't really, like, hit him, but it was more like, you know, the lines where a woman gets mad and she hits you once in the shoulder and you kind of tuck away and it's just shoulder. And as pretty much how it started. You know, and he's just like, "What do you love?" And then you can kind of hear it in his voice again, like, like, "You're not gonna do shit to me." And he was like, "Ben, hold my shirt." And she was like, "I got enough on the camera to, you know what I'm saying, that something probably did happen and on the audio, blah blah." And he kind of got up and stood up at her. So yeah, he got up and I started to walk over. I was like, "You know, that's not gonna happen, dude. Don't touch her." And then, you know, she, I guess, I don't know, gained more confidence because I was next to her. I don't know. So she, you know, she pushed him back and, you know, hit him again, and he got him again, and I hit him. You know. Then him and I started like rolling on the ground. Him and I just went at it for about, I don't know, a couple minutes, and I just threw him off and threw him over towards like the fireplace. And I don't know if you guys been there to her place. I'm sure you have, but like threw him towards the fireplace, and I just backed up, and I was just pissed. I went in the kitchen and just I left it at that. So it was more or less just, you know, he's sitting there and you're not going anywhere until you tell us like really what happened. This is how she was getting at him. Like, I'm not letting you leave until I want to hear you tell me what the fuck happened to your kid. And it's her and I, him, and I don't know how long, but it seemed like a long time. They were at the house, like sitting there interrogating him more.
Kevin claims Heather, desperate for answers about her children, didn't get the response she wanted, and the situation quickly spiraled out of control. According to him, Heather handcuffed Roy, and the two placed him in a red Nissan, driving around aimlessly until she made a mysterious phone call, one that's about to reveal that Heather and Kevin were not the only ones involved.
Who did she call from the house?
Dude, I want to say Brandon, sorry, because I just said that, but Brad, yes.
And what was that conversation?
I've only met that dude one time, but I don't know, I met him one time, and he just, you know, kind of like, he's just, yeah, Asian type guy, and he's, I met him one time. And
so when she calls him, what is that conversation like?
I honestly, bits and pieces, I can't really hear it, because it's on the earpiece. And, you know, Roy's in the back, and he says, "Hey, I need some water," and like he's kind of talking here and there. I'm kind of in autopilot, and so like she's talking and whispering. Right. And
so then you get to Pahrump. Then what happens?
Correct. Off of the road, somewhere. Right. Where?
Do you meet up with him? Do you meet up with someone else?
All right, him. And,
okay. And where does he take you?
Yeah, it was like a they follow me thing, I guess.
Right.
Following this guy and went somewhere off road, like I could see the like city lights or whatever out this way. There's nothing around.
Right.
Kevin's account takes a shocking turn when he introduces a third suspect into the picture, revealing that he and Heather drove Roy into Nye County, Nevada, where they met Heather's ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old Brad Menn, at a gun range near Pahrump. According to Kevin, it is from this point onward that the ordeal takes a far darker turn, and where the true horror begins.
Is Roy walking on his own at that point? Like he got out of the car, or did you have to drag him out, or?
I just opened the door. Son's here too.
You opened the door and what?
Opened the door, yeah, and I just kind of like pulled him out.
Okay.
Pulled him out, and then it's his show from there.
Who's his show? Brad. And what did he do?
And then,
I mean, you were there.
Now it's more than just. I beat this dude up, or we got into a fight, and well, obviously I guess we're kidnapping too, right?
Right. And what did he do?
Enough.
Can you tell me what though?
It was crazy.
Okay. So what did Brad do? Just give me some examples.
Scared him, like just like let off a couple shots, and then just like, hey. Now it seemed, you know, like letting him know like it's real now. It went fast, and it was too much. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I just thought it was gonna be okay. He's gonna scare him.
Right.
Okay, those are gonna come off the handcuffs and he's gonna walk a long way home. I even was like, hey dude, I have a bag full of water and sandwiches. I was like, I'll pack your lunch, dude. Literally, like, oh, I'll make you lunch.
So what? I know you don't want to tell me because it's gruesome, but will you tell me what Brad actually did?
It was.
What did he do?
It was. Nightstick, like a hammer axe type thing, kind of blowtorch, like just like touching them here and there with that, just poking them with a knife here and there, like the hits, with this thing, like the hammer, the nightstick, just like that, cut them, like, burn them. I was like, it was like a movie, and
the two big cuts on his leg. How did those happen? Like really deep cuts on his leg. So when Brad's doing all this, what are you doing?
Watching, but not watching.
And what's Heather doing?
That kind of shock. Same.
Kevin reveals that Brad tortured Roy for several hours while insisting that he and Heather were reluctant and frozen by what they were witnessing. Yet Brad wasn't satisfied, and the abuse only grew more severe as the hours passed.
Roy ever get up? Or basically he was on the ground the whole time?
Yeah, he was just...
What made him...
apologetic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did it. After a while, I was like, yeah, I did do it. I touched his pee-pee, the bathroom, the bedroom. Yeah, I did it. And I'm really sorry.
But he didn't stop.
Huh?
Brad didn't stop, though. So then he gets beaten, he gets stabbed, he gets blowtorched, he gets hatcheted or axed.
Yeah.
And then is he alive still at that point? And so then what happens next?
He was put in the back of our truck again. And
was that on the tarp or off the tarp?
on the tarp.
Was he wrapped up or unwrapped?
He was wrapped.
And who did that?
He was rolled up
and taped, right?
Back.
And who did that?
Yeah, it was me. They have they wrapped him up.
And then you taped him up?
It's like, oh Jesus, dude.
So then what did you do with him? You put it back in the truck, you said?
I felt like forced, like
right.
Looking at this guy's eyes, and he's like, wrap him up, and like wrap him up.
So you wrapped him up, taped him up, put him back in the truck, and then what?
Yeah. I didn't even do it well. I mean, I made sure to keep.
Was he still alive at that point?
Yeah, he
How do you know he was alive?
Because I said, hey, can you breathe, dude?
And he answered you?
He was like, yeah, and I was like, all right, listen, dude. I was like, listen, I'm going to stand you up. Like, I'm telling him this. Like, listen,
right.
I can't believe this, dude. Like, I'm going to stand you up, okay? 1, 2, 3, and I'm helping him up. I'm not dragging him.
So he kind of got up and then you put him in.
Yeah, I got him up, stood him up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, all right, now sit back, dude. Just like sit down and you'll feel it. Boom, boom. He sat down, he leaned back, and he was like, I can't breathe, dude. And I was like, well, all right, hold on. Because it wasn't like he was wrapped up, face completely covered.
Right.
I mean, it's almost like he was, like you wrap a kid up in a blanket out of the shower.
Right, you swaddle him.
Exactly. And I think I said that to him. I was like, I'm just going to swaddle you, dude. Trying to make a joke and just crack tension, or not even tension. That's way of an understanding. But, all that's just tools.
Kevin portrays himself as scared, unwilling, and pressured into going along with Brad's actions. But investigators aren't buying it. To them, it sounds like an attempt to distance himself from the violence. Right now, they're focused on just one thing: who pulled the trigger?
What? He's in the truck, and where do you go now?
Somewhere else.
Okay. A house, the desert?
No, another spot.
Did you go to Brad's house at any point before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just follow me, you know what I'm saying? So that's all we do, just follow him. And
what did you do at his house?
See, I forgot. I don't know what he did at that point. Maybe like 2 minutes after we left first location.
And then you get to Brad's house, and what happens?
Sit there, waiting on him.
Does Brad leave that house in the same truck or a different truck?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a few trucks. Yeah, I think he jumped in another one.
Okay. Jumps in another truck. And then what'd you guys do?
We followed him again. Boom, boom, boom. We're on a rough patch. So I look up and now we're out there again. Like, lights are in the distance again. So I'm like,
Right.
where are we going now? That's where we're going again. And he's like, get him out. She was like, just hold on real quick. And I was like, what the f is going on? She's just hold on. I don't know. And her and him talk.
Her and
Heather and Brad.
Brad.
They talked for a minute. And she just wanted to, she was pissed. I get it was her kid, but she just wanted to rough him up, let him walk home type shit. And that's what I thought was happening. So pull him out and it was, he's in control again, right? So it's his thing, it's his fucking show. So
Kevin's account now reaches its most disturbing chapter as he describes the final moments of Roy's suffering and how the torture allegedly ended in death.
He's kicking him around and he's talking to him, and I don't know if he had it or that's what he grabbed at the house. I don't know, maybe just to switch trucks, but yeah, I noticed he's holding like a 12 gauge, 10 gauge, whatever he had, and I was like, what the f, man? And he's just kicking him, telling him, getting him closer to the edge and roll over and like strip him. He's like, strip him. He's in the tarp, so that's right, I'm skipping. Pull him out, he's in the tarp. Get that thing off him, strip him. So, I'm sorry, obviously you can't be kicking him around in the tarp like that. It wasn't like that, I'm sorry. Strip him. I was like, I don't have nothing to do that. So, said that, in hopes like, I'm off the hook, I don't do this, I don't gotta do no more of this. I don't, and she's like, don't look at me, I don't have a knife. He's like, here, I got mine, do it. And while he's like, now he gives the knife to her, pulls the gun over her shoulder, and he's like, strip him. She's like doing it, but she's hesitant, and I can see like she's like, I'm scared too now. That's why I'm worried. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I can see her look at me like the cuff. So I was like, this poor kid's naked.
Is he alive?
Yeah, 100% alive, and fully alert and aware. I mean,
Talking to you?
Talking.
Just out in general?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I did it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, just the same. Reiterated. I'm sorry.
Over and over again.
I didn't mean to. I don't know why.
And then what?
It's, he's pointing a gun at him. It's walk this way. Closer.
Walk that way, meaning for the kid, for Roy to move?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So Roy is walking at that point?
Yeah,
okay.
Heather and I are just we're, I don't know, as far as we're two of them on the steps, maybe 10 yards, and we're not moving. Dude's had control, and he got Roy over towards like the ledge, maybe 5 feet from it. I kicked him, get on your knees. I'm sorry, turn around, because he was walking, so he was back to him. Turn around, and now they're facing each other. Get on your knees. And he's like, do you want to die? No, I don't. That's what I told you. If you cooperate, you cool, let you live. I'll let you walk out of here. And Roy just didn't say anything. I told him to get a little closer, and I looked at her and I was like I kept saying, like, just jump. Like, this kid just fucking just jump. And jump. Get the f out of here. Like, he's kicked. He's pushed off.
And so he goes over the cliff?
Yeah. And we hear metal. Like, whatever he hit, he hit something fucking hard. And he hit metal, and it sounded bad. And like, she kind of cringed into me, like, and I just, whatever, held her. And I heard boom. And I was like, heard the shot, and I ran over to the edge, and I was like, what the f? And I seen him, and he was running. I could see Roy
was running?
Yeah, and that hit me. I was like, this kid's like fight or flight right now. Like, this kid's running for his life right now. And
then what happened?
I looked at this dude, and he's just like in target practice at the range. Just he eyed him, you know, like skeet shooting, just boom. And he dropped him. When I turned around and walked away.
How many times total did he shoot?
I thought 4. She said she heard 5.
After giving his full account and doing his best to shift the blame onto Heather and Brad, Kevin fails to convince investigators. He's taken into custody, and detectives turn their attention back to Heather, eager to hear her side of the story and see how much of Kevin's account actually holds up.
I was scared and I wanted to know what happened to my kid, and I didn't know that it was going to turn into that. And I called Brad to tell him because he's one of my closest friends. I've known him for about 12, 13 years. I didn't think that they would go that far. As far as Kevin goes, I really didn't know. I know he has a background in history of violence. For his charges, he's been in prison.
Kevin?
Yeah. But as far as Brad, like, I thought Brad of all people would be the one to not do anything like that. But Brad, after 13 years, like, Brad was the one that had the gun. And he kept saying he's gonna let it go.
Well, you know what they say, when it gets to this point, each man for themselves. So, I mean, that's how they operate, and I know you think he may have been a good boyfriend, but you obviously know he's not based on our conversation.
We knew each other for like 5 months, and we've been only dating for like 3 weeks. I don't know.
And in your house, other than the blood on the carpet, is there anything else that you cleaned up?
No.
Yeah.
I cared about Roy, like, he was a good friend, and like,
You didn't want this to happen.
When confronted, Heather claims she never expected things to go this far, placing the blame squarely on Kevin and Brad. But investigators aren't buying it, because as they dig deeper, home surveillance footage reportedly shows a very different story, one that puts Heather right in the middle of the violence, not on the outside of it. It shows both Kevin and Heather taking turns hitting Roy one by one. But perhaps the most damning evidence emerges when investigators seize Heather's audio recorder. What it allegedly captures is deeply chilling. 3 voices taking turns assaulting Roy while his cries of pain fill the background. Even more disturbing, those voices can reportedly be heard laughing and cheering throughout the attack before the recording ends with shotgun blasts echoing through the canyon. With 2 suspects already in custody, police turn their attention to the last suspect, Brad. They track his phone as he drives away from Las Vegas, apparently trying to flee, unaware that he's already being followed. On August 2nd, around 1 p.m., patrol units move in, and Captain Pahrump leads a controlled traffic stop, ordering Brad out of the vehicle as the net closes in.
Driver, turn off your vehicle! Driver, turn off your vehicle and put the keys on the roof. Step back until I tell you to stop. Slowly, slowly. Okay, stop. This deputy's gonna grab your hands and put you in handcuffs. You're being detained. Brad, come on over here. Trooper, I'm gonna take it.
Walk over here, get you guys out of the street.
Yeah, we'll get you off on the other side here.
I don't want you guys out in the street.
We don't want to be out in the street.
All you guys had to do is call me. I would come talk to you guys about anything. What's up?
Listen, we'll talk. You know what's up.
No, I really don't.
Okay.
Brad insists he has no idea what's going on, but that is about to change. Captain Pahrump is ready to confront him directly, leaving him nowhere to hide.
Brad, listen, you're in a heap of shit, and you know it, and you know why you're here, and you know why we're here.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, you really do, I promise. So I'm gonna tell you that I'm at 37 hours of no sleep, and I'm not in the mood to mess around. So if you don't want to be honest and be forthcoming, then I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
Because I already know what you did. I've already tracked, done all the electronics to verify what I know, okay? And you can either be honest and try to help yourself, or you can sit here and lie to me, and you know what the end result of that is, okay? There's more to this story, I'm sure, than what we're being told. But the bottom line is, you know what you did. And you know it's bad. Really, really, really bad. And this is your chance to help yourself or to hurt yourself.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, I need this up here just a little bit. I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Okay.
All right. You're referring to the situation with a person out of Vegas, I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm referring to.
So I'm assuming that that has something to do with why she started avoiding my phone calls, and the person you guys found is the person that the last time I knew anything about it, he was still alive.
Brad offers a new shaky account, claiming Roy was alive the last time they crossed paths. But what he doesn't realize is that his credibility is already collapsing in front of investigators.
Well, I don't know. You tell me that part, and I'll tell you what information I have that dispels that. But I'm going to warn you up front that if you think you're going to lie your way through this,
I'm not going to lie.
I'm just telling you, if you think you are, you're going to get yourself in much bigger trouble.
I won't. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
So when was the last time you saw him, and what? And what's the story?
They were going to leave him in the desert to walk home. She had video proof that he molested her children, and despite repeated attempts to get her to call the cops, she decided to show up out here, and they beat him up. And the last I saw him, they were taking him out to the California border to make him walk home.
Okay.
That's the last I saw of any of it.
Okay. So you and I both know that homeless guy saw you and could pick you out of a photo lineup. So let's cut the bull, Brad, because you're not helping yourself. I warned you up front not to do this to yourself.
No, I'm aware.
You're not helping yourself.
You're
not helping yourself.
I went back out to Cathedral Canyon to verify whether or not she was telling the truth, and I saw that, and I didn't know if that was him. I never saw him without the bag over his head. I swear to God, I never saw him without the bag over his head.
And the other witness that saw your truck out there before that is a liar?
Truck?
Well, no, I don't think it was that truck. It's your other truck.
At this point, the officer has had enough. He reveals that there's an eyewitness who saw everything at Cathedral Canyon. But to understand the weight of this, we need to go back. Earlier in the investigation, while combing the area for evidence, police had already come across someone who witnessed something so strong against Brad that it couldn't be brushed aside.
I was basically in the back of my car.
Okay.
There was still, I can almost see the daylight breaking, but it wasn't there yet.
Okay.
And I heard probably, I want to say 4, but it must have been 5. And there was a delay on the final shot. I got up, I started looking at the statue, and I'm figuring, okay, well, they're probably taking pot shots at that because it used to have bigger shoulders and they've been chewing it out, you know, with their shotguns or pistols or whatever. So I was walking pretty casually up to the statue. I wanted to see what they could possibly be shooting. It was 2 younger guys. I didn't think nothing of it. I turned back around and then I stepped back.
Do they see you now, do you think?
Yeah, they see me. The younger one darted that way behind that larger bush and stayed there. And the older one seemed to go behind this bush over here and then stay there for a moment. And I said, what's in the road? And he didn't answer me. I was after, I think I told him, how are you guys doing today? And he said, good. So now I'm curious about what's in the road that looks like they're dumping something. And he's still back there, but it's kind of hidden away. So I, of course, walked down this way. And now I'm curious. I want to see what it is. was. I saw him curled up with it. Looked like a bullet hole in his ass, naked.
And where were they at this point when we were standing there looking at the body?
Well, I'm screaming out. By that time, they're running off. The little one took off like a bolt of lightning. The other one ran behind them, and then I heard the vehicle start.
So you didn't see a vehicle over here?
No.
So it had to have been around the bend.
It was around the bend. They must have carried him.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only thing I think of.
According to the eyewitness, 2 men were seen at Cathedral Canyon, with the older one, allegedly Brad, firing a shotgun at Roy. With this powerful testimony in hand, officers had also tracked Brad's phone, confirming it placed him at the scene at the time of the crime, adding even more weight to the case. Now, with all this evidence stacked against him, it's finally time for Brad to answer for it all.
So Brad, like I said, I'm tired. You want to hang yourself? That's your call.
I don't want to hang myself.
I'm here because I care and I want people to save themselves. If you don't care, man, go to prison for life for murder. It doesn't affect me.
I don't want to go to prison.
Then stop. Forget the bullshit. Forget the story that you came up with because it's late. Okay? It's late. It's too late for that. Okay? Your phones are all linked together. The GPS track is crystal clear about where you went. You didn't just watch her walk across the desert. You didn't just go to Cathedral Canyon. You met her, and I'm going from memory. I'm tired. I think it was at Barney and Gamebirds where the first GPS where the 3 of you come together, and then you zigzag her out into the desert, right? And then you go back to your house, and I have a witness who sees you at your house with her vehicle, and then I have a witness who sees you going out there, and then I have a witness who sees you going back out there. So let's cut the bullshit. I know what really happened. Okay, what I'm trying to figure out is how the Brad of Pahrump, got tied into this mess. I'm trying to help the Brad save his ass, and the Brad is sitting in my seat filling me full of bullshit.
I'm not trying to fill you
Then forget the lies. Forget the lies and let's start over. How did this start? The truth, because I already know the phone call came from her to you because you're on video at her house talking to her.
When nothing works for Brad, he finally starts telling the truth, but still bending it in small ways. Completely unaware, he's sitting across from an officer ready to tear every lie apart.
She called me and said that she had proof. And I said, proof of what? And she said, proof that this motherfucker molested my children.
Mm-hmm.
I told her on numerous accounts, call the cops. And she's like, it's too late for that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you need to call the cops or you need to bring them out here and dump them on the sheriff's department's doorstep and get as far away from
That's not the wording you said, Brad. That's not the wording. Her whole house is on camera.
No, I know that.
That's not the wording you said. It was something more to the effect of, bring him out here, and I don't remember the wording. It could have been, I will help, I'll take care of that, I'll show you how it's done, whatever it is, okay?
I promise
something to that effect. I heard it. It's recorded at her house on her surveillance cameras. So if your answer is, man, I'm going to see if you're an idiot, man, I don't have time for this, Brad.
I'm not trying to say
you're an
idiot.
You're trying to save yourself by lying, and you're hanging yourself.
I'm not trying to save myself by lying.
Then let's start over and the truth. Because don't give me this bullshit. Because I promise you, by the time we've already kicked the door at your house, okay?
Are my cats okay?
I didn't see any cats there.
Even as the net closes in, Brad insists he wanted police involved before Roy was killed. And in an oddly timed moment, he suddenly expresses concern for his cats, possibly an attempt to divert attention. But Captain Barushewitz isn't fooled. He has seen tactics like this before, and he knows exactly how to handle a suspect like Brad.
Regardless, where's the shotgun that you hid?
I don't have a shotgun. The only shotgun I have is in my safe. I'll give you the combination to open it.
I'm not going to waste my time, man. I'm tired, like I said. If you want to go down for the whole thing,
I will show you.
You've already lied to me once now about this.
I'm not.
You've already lied. Yes. Yeah, you lied already, Brad. This is not how the Brad goes down. This is stupid.
The only thing that I did was kick the kid in the freaking stomach when he said he enjoyed what he did to her kids.
That's not true. You know how I know that's not true? Because they already took lie detector tests. Because they, unlike you, are smarter than you. Because the first thing they did is apologize and try to make things right. And tell us exactly where everything was and exactly where everything occurred that matched the electronics. Instead of lying and saying they had nothing to do with it.
I'm not saying I had nothing to do with it.
Yes, you did say that twice already now.
Obviously I had something to do with it.
Obviously. That's why we're sitting here. So stop with the bullshit. Let's back up and go with the truth. So she calls you, you tell her bring them out here. They come out here, where do you meet them? The truth.
Game Bird and Barney.
And then where do you go from there?
Bella Vista Gun Range.
And then where?
Came back to my house, I think.
And then what?
To Cathedral Canyon.
And then what?
That's the last of it.
No, that's not true. Then you came back to Cathedral Canyon.
I came back to Cathedral Canyon because I felt bad. Honestly, I felt bad and I wanted to make sure he got found.
So what'd you do to help with that?
When I saw somebody was already in the process of taking care of it, I left. I got scared and I ran.
So how come I have a witness, a very credible witness, spot on credible witness, who says they saw the shotgun in your hand? This is what I'm talking about, Brad. You know what? You are not. I thought you were a lot smarter than this. My whole time of knowing you, I thought you were a lot smarter.
Like
than
I said, we can open my safe. My
I
shotgun
don't need to
is
open
in
your
my
safe. I don't need to open your safe. I have a perfectly credible witness who watched you with the shotgun. This is the part that I tried to get you to be honest with. And yes, you thought it was dark and no one was there. I get it. But I told you up front not to bullshit me.
I'm telling you, the shotgun is at my house in my safe.
That's the shotgun that you used out there.
My shotgun
No,
is in my
answer the
safe.
question. What shotgun did you use out there? The truth. Not a lie, Brad. Not a f***ing lie. The truth. Where is that shotgun? This is a lie. When you pause for that long, Brad, this is a lie. You're not helping yourself. Not helping yourself. You're about to destroy your entire life. You're in trouble. There's nothing that will change that. You're in a heap of trouble. But you're destroying your life. Destroying it.
Despite mounting pressure, Brad holds on to his story, still trying to hide parts of what happened, but it won't last long.
Where is that shotgun that you used out there?
I'll take you to it.
Okay, can you tell me where it is so I know where I'm going?
It's over at a friend's house.
What else is over there? Is the hatchet over there?
What hatchet?
Whatever axe or hatchet you used to cut his leg?
I didn't do it.
Brad?
Ooh.
Well, who did?
No. I don't know nothing about any of that.
What about the baton?
I don't know nothing about that either.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. I don't. I swear to God, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Brad,
I'm not.
You've already lied to me 3 times.
No, I will admit that I know where the shotgun's at. I'm not admitting to something I didn't do.
Brad, at what point are you going to get that lying to me isn't helping you?
I'm not trying to lie to you.
You are.
I'm just
You're
trying
trying
not
to
to drag
get away with
people
as
into it.
little as possible.
No, I'm trying not to drag innocent people.
Okay, what happened at the gun range? The truth.
Heather and Kevin just beat the shit
And
out
you
of
did
them.
nothing. You stood there.
I told you I kicked them a couple
And
times.
that's it.
Brad turns the blame onto Heather and Kevin, contradicting everything they've said. But the more he talks, the more his story falls apart, each version exposing another lie.
What happened out there with the shotgun? Don't say you didn't do nothing, because I have an independent eyewitness who watched the entire thing. What happened out there?
They were cutting him loose and he came at us.
And whose knife were they using, Brad? Because I have a witness that told me exactly who handed the knife to who. Whose knife did they use, Brad?
I don't know.
Really? You have no clue whose knife they used to cut him open?
As far as I know, it was one out of her vehicle.
Isn't that convenient? And then they're going to let him loose, and then what did you do? The truth.
Like I said, he started to come at us and I panicked.
And did what?
I fired around right past him and he freaking jumped off the freaking cliff into Cathedral.
And then what? Brad, then what?
I took one more shot at him and then I freaking ran.
One more shot? No. I just had my detectives send me pictures from the autopsy. Don't give me your bullshit. He didn't fire one more shot. I have an eyewitness who watched it happen, and I have an autopsy that matches exactly what the eyewitness said.
I only got him once that I know of.
How many shots did you fire?
2. There was one to scare him, and then 2.
And he jumped off the cliff when you fired that one.
Yes.
And then he's running, or he's walking, or what?
He was running.
And then what?
I panicked and I took 2 more shots at him, And then I took the last shot out of the shotgun to make sure it was empty before I threw it back in the car.
Why?
Sounds stupid, but it's illegal to transport a gun in a car loaded.
That sounds very dumb. Brad, do you think that you can trust Heather?
No.
Do you think you could back then?
Yes.
Like, did it ever cross your mind that she might
Be playing me?
No, might be recording you? Might have audio recording of the entire beating at the gun range and the things you say? This is what I'm talking about, Brad. You don't know what I have, and when I tell you what I have, suddenly you tell me just a little piece of truth. I don't want a little piece of truth.
At last, Brad can't hold it together anymore. After changing his story again and again, something snaps, and this time, the truth starts coming out in full.
The truth, Brad. The truth.
Everybody was having fun taking turns at him.
With?
I got him with a belt that I left out there, stupidly. As far as the baton goes, the last time I saw it was in the back of her truck.
And where did that come from?
It was my old one from when I was a security guard.
Okay. And what about the hatchet axe thing?
I don't remember there being I swear to God, I don't remember there being a hatchet axe there.
Okay, what else do you remember there being? How about your handgun that you always carry on your hip? That you were shooting near his head? In this truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same place it always is, in the center console.
Okay. And did you hit him when you were shooting at him?
No.
Well, why were you shooting at him?
Because like I told Heather, I figured the fear of God was more important than killing him.
Okay. So everyone's whooping on him, kicking and beating him with batons and stomping on him.
Kevin freaking put a rock in his mouth and then curb stomped him. I was like, no, I gotta go. This is too much. We need to drag him out somewhere and leave him for somebody to find him. We're done.
You go to the Cathedral Canyon, and who takes him out of the car?
I never touched the person.
Well,
no.
Kicked him and punched him and beat him.
You know what I mean.
You never touched him getting out of the vehicle. So he gets him out of the vehicle. Or does she?
He did.
He does. And
she spit on him.
Okay.
Twice.
Okay.
And then put a knife. At this point, honestly, I was so tired I was delusional.
Did you push him?
I might have. I don't know.
You might have. And then you fired a shot at him. And another shot. And another shot. Right?
Yes.
Ultimately, Brad gives a full confession to Captain Pahrump. Then comes an unexpected request. He asks to meet his wife, insisting she needs to hear something directly from him.
Give her those keys, please, so she can have what she needs.
Okay.
And then left pocket.
Okay.
You'll need that to get me a bail bonus. And then...
No, you can't reach in her pocket.
I know.
It's okay, we've already searched him.
They already know I'm not going to do anything stupid. I've already done enough stupid. Guess I'm going to find out how much my wife loves me. That's all I need, right? Yeah, hold on one second. Please don't hate me.
Brad races the possibility of bail while speaking to his wife, holding on to a thread of hope. But Captain Pahrump quickly steps in and shuts down that assumption.
There's no bail. It's a no bail charge for murder, so he's not going to have any bail. So
I didn't think so. I didn't know I took melatonin. I went to sleep.
We believe you, otherwise you'd be going with us.
Next, police escort Brad to the house where he has hidden the shotgun. There he comes face to face with his mother for the first time since his arrest. A moment heavy with regret, emotion, and unspoken tension.
Come here, Mom.
Hey, there's my favorite guy.
Yeah, that's your favorite right now. Love you, Mom.
Wait a minute. What do I see? What's that?
Oh, handcuffs. They're called handcuffs.
Why?
And those are called cop cars.
Why?
And the only reason they're in front of me is because these gentlemen know I'm not going to do anything to them.
That is true.
What do you mean arrested for?
Tell me.
The body found at Cathedral Canyon and caused it.
A body? Was that one?
He's not kidding.
I killed a pedophile. And instead of letting the cops handle it.
Oh, dear God. That was stupid. Why didn't you just go tell them?
Apparently that's my new MO, being stupid.
By now, Brad finally understands the weight of what he's done and that there's no turning back. As for the allegations made against Roy by the 3 suspects, police thoroughly review the claims. But after examining security footage and interviewing the minors, they find no evidence to support them. Roy Jaggers is cleared of any wrongdoing. With overwhelming evidence against all 3, Brad Menn is convicted in May 2023 of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In June 2023, Heather Pate and Kevin Dent accept plea deals for second-degree murder and receive prison sentences with the possibility of parole.